Hello, spooky friends. Welcome to another stream on Baldia's Ship of Fools. We're playing I'm on Observation Duty 4 again. I'm having a great time with this series and I'm enjoying as it continues to get even more and more polished and heart attack inducing, I guess. 1 did not have me quite as scared. 2 had me dying. 3 was much maligned. 4... well, we'll see how it goes. I haven't really gotten too far into this one. We started playing it last go, and I am excited to give it another go. Before we get started, you can see at the top of the stream, we are doing an extra life drive for my local Children's Miracle Network hospital. We're supporting the Duke Children's Hospital. And if you have the money and you are inclined to give, I would super duper appreciate it if you go down below if you're watching during the stream and go to the donate button on the right. That is our Extra Life donate button. Any amount you can give is much appreciated, and and tax deductible. I super duper appreciate it. All the money goes towards the hospital to help low and no income families and their kids who are going through a lot of scary stuff like diseases, life-threatening injuries, that sort of thing. So if you are able to help, I super duper appreciate it, and really encourage you, even if you don't donate, to look into Extra Life. Maybe run a stream or a game night of your own. They do a 24-hour day of gaming to raise money, and it is a lot of fun, if very tiring. But with that out of the way, let's go ahead and get started with I'm on Observation Duty 4. I've gotten a ton better at this game, so let's see if I can get through the city house. Let's do it. Alright, so we're back to black and white. People seem to love black and white. I don't mind it, but I actually like the color ones better. I just kind of prefer it. I like the, go back one. I like the I guess the vibrancy of it. I like vibrant games with pretty colors. I don't know. Maybe that makes me a child, but personally I just think it looks nicer, and I like vibrant games just in general. Back in the 2000s, when I guess the mid to late 2000s was the time when everything was brown and we had just gotten HD consoles for the first time, and we're just sitting there looking at brown environments and muscly dudes shooting brown aliens in brown environments with brown mud stains. I don't know. It just wasn't as like gorgeous as having all the colors. And then like half the places were, oh, don't look at the windows. Okay, I won't. That was a lot earlier than usual. But yeah. The windows, is this the one where the windows have the jiggly man? Because I don't... oh, here is a painting anomaly as well. This started way early, like too super early. It's kind of weird. Usually it doesn't start up until about 20, but we just got to 20. Wait, is that not? I guess her eyes are... I don't know. Her eyes look like they're demented. Are we living room? Painting anomaly? Yeah, nope. Guess not. Strange. Anyway. Going back to it. Oh shit, I sinned instead of cancel because I'm great at this game. Anyway, hope everyone's doing delightfully. As always, if you want to help me out, you totally can, because I do not mind. I am good enough at this game. Oh, hi Pika, what's up? I see that you are joining while you can because the stream is fire. That is 100% correct. Our streams are always fire and super duper great. Everyone should join all the time. Ah, jeez. How are you doing? Writing a policy document. Yeah, I think you told me about that before. That sounds like the most bullshit. And you should just not do it. I advocate... Oh. Hello, mirror. I advocate for doing as little work as possible. You should absolutely do absolutely nothing. If people from my work decide to log in, that was a joke. But yes, no, absolutely. You should just, instead of writing a policy document, I feel like what you should do is you should not. Or maybe, you know, just kill a man, eat his soul, that sort of thing. But, you know, that's just me. How is it going? Are you almost done? You almost finished with the bullshit? Is there supposed to be propane in that room? I think so. I think I remember propane right here. Yeah, that's been there, but we'll just double check. Maybe I just missed it completely because this thing started popping anomalies immediately. Yeah, that's supposed to be there. There's one down here too. But yeah, it said don't look out the windows right here. Nothing has happened in the windows, to be sure. Luckily. But that's what it said there, and I'm worried because I think the Jiggly Man might come, and no one wants the Jiggly Man at all. You gonna celebrate after this policy document is done because you deserve it. It sounds like hell. It sounds like the absolute worst thing. All right, where are we going? I also got, in case you're interested, I got a new mouse and keyboard so I don't have to keep moving my shit around or stealing my wife's. It's a lovely lavender purple, and it's a matching set. I'm very excited. I don't think this guy is usually in that painting. I don't love the fact that he's there either. How is Alice doing also, by the way? You should have Alice come in. She could come in and we could talk about you whenever you pop out, and we could tell awful stories. I don't have that many. Oh no, Jesus fuck. Actually, I don't have any awful stories because, you know, you're delightful. Alright. I love how the University of something and then the name is redacted. I'm wondering if, like, is this the developers like college diploma? That would be hilarious. You just had to redact it because you couldn't find an asset. I mean, the supermarket simulator assets are here, so clearly they're everywhere. Maybe that's just not one of them. Let's see. What is missing? Anything? Nothing? Oh! Caesar's head is in here. Extra object. I feel like I'm doing pretty alright this go around. We are, what, 8 days away from Halloween? I am very excited. Less excited that we are, well, 11 days away from the election, because that's going to be a horrifying night for me unless everything is landslidey in the right direction. But we are going to go vote tomorrow because we're doing our part. Make sure that democracy prevails instead of a fucking fat orange man full of goddamn milk curds. Handing out fucking fries in a horrible PR stunt. So yeah, anyway, if anyone had any questions as to whether or not I want Republicans on this stream, I don't. Fuck off. Oh, but anyway. It's entirely too many conservative gamers. You'd think people who had been playing video games, which are art, and all art is basically politics, you'd think they would have picked up one or two things instead of whining constantly, but that's the world we live in. Now, not every game has politics. This game has tons of politics if you look at it, though. Spooky shit is politics. That moved. And I will not and refuse to elaborate on that. Oh, let's see. I keep thinking that these aren't supposed to be here. These lights in the bedroom, they just feel like they're not meant to be there, but they are. It's very strange. Things are going pretty okay so far. Oh yeah, I forgot. I can use this. That's a delight. Oh, well, let's see. In the meantime, I'm going to give it a quick pause because I just realized I don't have water here. I should. So let me grab that. And just give me 1 second. Sorry. But if I'm going to continue to be talking, I'm going to want to be able to do this. Okay. Apologies. Ba-da-ba-ba. And I'm also going to put this here. Alright. Cool. Got my water, got my shit set up, and I am good to go. Alright, resuming. I didn't want to put on the be back soon since I literally just had to pop over. Huh, is this the same? Is that what it's supposed to be? No, I think that's right. These always get me because there's like a million of them, and it's easier to focus on like the big stuff than the little stuff. But when the little stuff changes, it sucks. Oh, let's see. Alright, nothing. And that scares me. I think there might have been... No, okay. I thought one of the objects might have changed, but I don't think that... Oh, what is that? Oh no, that's always been there. I thought one of the objects might have changed, but I don't think it did. Well, anyway, let's talk about fucking found footage horror films, because I am getting ready to have... Oh, there's a chair there. I wonder if my brightness should just be... Yeah, it should just be all the way, because now I can see the chair. Anyway, found footage horror films. I am getting ready. I do it every year. I get a Shudder subscription around this time. Shudder is delightful. Not a sponsor, but delightful. If you want to sponsor me, I will talk about Shudder to your heart's contempt for money. But I'm getting ready to set that up because my wife is getting ready to go to Japan, and she is terrified of horror movies. I've said it before. She's terrified of horror. She's terrified of my Flipsy puzzles. Also not a sponsor, but also great. They are horror-themed puzzles, and the front of the puzzle that you put together, I think that's an extra object. I don't know. It feels like that's been there, but maybe not. I'll try it. But they're horror puzzles that have like fronts that are a location, like a spooky location. The first series, which I have done, which are amazing, are a farmhouse, like an old dilapidated farmhouse, a spooky castle, and then my personal favorite was this Victorian mansion. And oh, that's new. That changed. This floor is not meant to look like that. Oh yeah, spooky haunted. I was right, yeah. Spooky haunted Victorian mansion. And once you finish the puzzle, they do sell these like things you can do the puzzle on. They're like a clapboard, kind of, sort of. What you do is you close it up, clip it, and flip it over. And on the back, there is something incredibly spooky. And there we go, incredibly spooky. But I just recently started learning my emotions. I have so many. But I love this one. It's the only time she opens her eyes all the way. But anyway, I put together the castle one recently, and because my wife had gotten me the second set, and I had the first set, and I thought, is that pillow an extra object here in the sauna? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, good. I thought I had finished them all, but I hadn't. Yeah, it was. Go me. And so I finished that one up because I had like half finished it, and then I got COVID last year. And then I forgot to take it up to the room with me. I was in the room for 20 days because it's usually 10 days, but I was sick that entire time. I was only not sick that last like 3 or 4 days. And my wife is also immunocompromised, so I was like, we're not gonna. So I got to spend Christmas locked up and feeling like dog shit. They were like, do you want a video call with us? And, you can be a part of the festivities. And I was like, I want to die. So, anyway, finally finished it up, and I was like, oh, do you want to see the back? Because she looked at the back of the last two, and she was like, one of them spooked her, but the other one was kind of okay. And this one I thought was, oh god damn. I flipped it over, and I gotta tell you, I did not expect her to whip her head around so fast to not look at it. I saw the ads for the Flipsies, because this is what got me wanting them. And like, it's, these people finishing a puzzle, and then they flip it over, and then they freak the fuck out. And I mean, they're fun pictures, they're spooky pictures, but nothing that gets me like super freaked out. And she just immediately, it was like one of those ads, maybe a little less overacty, but that's the nature of ads. But yeah, so now I understand that is something that could actually happen. That level of spook can occur from just a little picture. But it was very funny. I thought it was hilarious, but also was like, okay, maybe I don't show you these in the future. But I've got the new set. I'm very excited for the new set. The new set is a Spooky on a Carnival, a lighthouse, which I am super looking forward to. I love lighthouses, and I love when they're haunted better. I've actually, one of Jonathan Boakes' games, I talked about him last time. One of his games that I love is Lights Out, and I bought it specifically because it was a lighthouse as like the focal point. But it's those two, and then it's oh shit, we got 3 anomalies going. It's something else. I'm not 100% certain. I don't think this is right, but it might be. God, I've already forgotten what the third one is. Carnival, Lighthouse, and something else. Anyway, you should look them up. It's FLIPSI. Oh, light anomaly in the hallway. This looks like, I don't know, if you've ever worked in oh, that also looks different. Is something missing here as well? Object missing in the hallway, maybe? Object disappearance. Is that or something moved? Because I don't remember that. I think there was something there. Anyway. If you've ever worked in an office... I think I was right. Let me see. No. Huh. I don't know what was missing. Well, at least I got it. Sometimes you get handed one like that. But if you've ever worked in an office and ever had the fire alarm go off, I am on the emails for like when they're doing fire alarms. I know there's a few of us that are fire wardens. I try to make sure I'm not there during fire alarms because I have autism and the fucking loud noises, I can't. Like, it destroys my, I think one of those is extra. I don't remember there being 2 of those there. I think this one might be extra. But, it like, the flashing lights and the loud noises absolutely fucking destroy me, and I hate it. And it's like, feels like someone has taken a fork and is just gliding it over my spine, and it's horrific. Is that an extra object here in the bedroom? I don't know. Maybe. But yeah. Anyway, that's what that reminded me of. Oh, was I right? I think I was right. No, again, there was an extra object, but it wasn't what I thought. Oh, I know what it is. I thought something was wrong here. There was an extra thing here. Okay. I thought something was wrong, but I felt like it had been there forever. So at least we've cleared a few things after our warning. And hey, it's already 3:21. Awesome job. But yeah, so I just demonstrated part of my autism diagnosis by going off on wild tangents. What I originally meant to say was that I am signing up for Shudder, and I am going to be watching a bunch of new movies, but found footage is one of my favorites. Found footage and horror comedies. So, if anyone in the chat has any recommendations, feel free to speak up, because I would love to hear what you have to say. I have a few huge favorites. I love the Borderlands, or in the United States, due to the fact of the game Borderlands. It's called Final Prayer. Super duper amazing, excellent movie. Really love it. I think I've talked about it before, but it's got some scares that are really, really perfect. I do want to try this. Bedroom Intruder. Shit, that really knocked. Oh, fuck. Alright, well, I guess I gotta start over. I am trying so hard to get through the fucking 3 to 4 hours. I need to get through The Witching Hour so desperately. Anyway, let's try to do this. I did so well at the beginning, and then I feel like in 3 I just fell off. But we get to try again, so hopefully we do a little bit better this go. Alright. I know this is a ton of people's favorite, and I'm having a good time with it. I like that there's a ton more, places to look at. Let's see if I can figure out what it was I fucked up on this time. I'm not seeing anything so far. I mean, The Intruder, obviously, in the bedroom was one of them. Was I missing... I know this stopped, so I've been trying to look at it. Hey, welcome back. Always happy to see you. Did you finish your document? I hope you did. No need to be sorry. I do this for funsies. If it ever made me money, I would be surprised. I'd be happy to do so. If Shudder wants to sponsor me, or fucking anyone else, a whole ass operational memo, that sucks. I am sorry to hear that you have to add to that shit. Do you at least get to do that tomorrow? Because, Jesus fuck. Did they spring this shit on you today? Also, by the way, I lost. I am on another run. I lost at 340. There was a naked guy in my bedroom, and I didn't love it. I wasn't a huge fan. Let's see. I did so well up to 3. But yeah. I was just rambling about my favorite found footage horror movies as well. They should fucking know that you can't put that shit out with any sort of quality in one day. I mean, I'm sure you can, but you need drafts and revisions and shit. Oh, these fucking chairs were missing. Alright, okay, that's one of the things I missed. Alright, a light anomaly in the hallway. I hate this. This happened while you were off. These lights look like when you're in an office and the fire alarm goes off. I hate that so much. Anywho. Yeah. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but the Borderlands Final Prayer, I love that movie. If I haven't recommended that to you, you need to watch it. As Above, So Below, we've talked about. I love that movie. That one's definitely a little more cerebral, weird, and I like that about that movie. It doesn't get pretentious. And then Hell House. The Hell House series is so good. I love the first one. The second two are good for story, not as good for vibes and scares, but then fucking Hell House Origins is so goddamn good. If you haven't seen Hell House Origins and you like Hell House LLC and did not like the sequels, which is totally okay, I liked them, but if you didn't and you fell off and didn't watch Hell House Origins from last year, watch Hell House Origins, Carmichael Manor. It is so fucking good. They captured everything that was good about the first Hell House LLC and like expanded on it. And they did such an excellent job. Study's got an extra object. Caesar's head. Because that's how he was killed, definitely. I paid attention in history and English lit. Yeah, you do need to check out the whole ass Hell House franchise. Do it now. I think they have it on Amazon Prime again. It's also on Shudder. Last year when they put out Origins, I was so excited. They're going to put out another Origins movie, and I am here for it. I am so ready for the next Hell House movie. I love those movies so much. Oh, chair's missing. I think I may have missed that last time too, even though I'm hyper vigilant about it. Object disappearance. The hallway is popping again. The sauna, I think, was popping last time, which is wild because there's barely anything in here. Hallway is going absolute fucking nuts today. There was a spooky ass man. There was writing on the wall. Henry Kissinger showed up. It's fucking horrible. I think the Kissinger part was my least favorite. Let's see. I don't see a lot happening in the kitchen, which makes me think that I am missing a ton of shit here. I don't know. I mean, I did pretty good previously, so maybe not, but trying to keep an eye on this. This is one of the first ones, even though it's only 6 rooms, I haven't seen anything like move or like start up, like disappearing or anything while I've been in a room, which is wild. If we're big upping horror franchises we love that aren't necessarily beloved, Annabelle Comes Home is... Oh yeah, Annabelle Comes Home. I did enjoy that one. The only Annabelle movie I didn't like was the first Annabelle. That was the one I could not get on streaming anywhere. There were... I could get every other one except for the first Annabelle, and I was so excited, like a couple years ago when it came to, I think, Prime or Hulu. I watched it and I was so disappointed. But the rest of the Annabelle movies I do like, and Annabelle Comes Home I adored. I do like Chris La Llorona, but that might be bias. And then I loved The Nun 2. The Nun 2 was so fucking good. Great minds, because I saw your messages come up about The Nun 2. Nun 2 was so fucking good, which is surprising because the first one was so fucking not. First one was so slow and so hard to get through. But that second one, it had, is that a movement? I think that's no. Is that a move or is that an extra object? I think it's an extra object. There's usually like a spoon here. As well, but I guess maybe it is movement. Maybe the spoon popped down, or I don't know. Anyway, yeah, the like investigation, and then the vibes are just so much better. It's not. Oh, not fucking sauna. I clicked the wrong damn thing. Yeah, the Nun and Annabelle were definitely lower on mine as well. I think that was kind of eternally what people thought. I used to listen to Scary-ish podcast. It's a really good podcast. It was a spoon. It just, I stopped listening during COVID because I stopped listening to most podcasts during COVID because I listened to a lot of horror podcasts around that time, and it was very feel bad when everything was already a horror movie. So I need to get back there, but I remember they were so hyped one episode because they were like, we're going to go see The Nun tonight after the recording and everything, and it's going to be so amazing. And like the next fucking episode, he was just like, well, The Nun sucked. But I do love, there's a mirror. I do love the Conjuring franchise. Funnily enough, my wife really enjoys, I think that chair moved too. I don't know if that's correct, but I feel like there was one and then another, but maybe not. But funnily enough, my wife, despite being terrified of horror films, really likes the mainline Conjuring movies, like all three. And she asked to watch the third one. The Devil Made Me Do It. She asked to watch it specifically. Um, so I was really surprised. But the funny thing with her is whenever she watches a horror movie, she cannot stop in between. Because even if she's super duper scared, she has to know how to beat the bad guy. So I can't ever show her a horror movie where like the bad guy wins and you can't do shit about it, because that would spook her entirely too much. But yeah, she really loved the Conjuring, two Conjuring movies. She watched the first one on her own, because she was like, "Oh, you've already watched it, and you have a thing about not rewatching movies within a certain time period." And I was like, "I'll watch it with you. I'll sit in the room with you." And but she was gonna watch that shit on her own. She did. Oh, painting anomaly here in the hallway. She was gonna. We watched Haunting of Bly Manor, because I watched Haunting of Hill House and loved it. And so we watched Bly Manor during COVID, and she really liked it. And so ended up watching Hill House on her own and was like delighted, because she felt like it was more family drama, and also she missed all of the spooky ghosts that are like in the background. So I'm sure that helped, but that Midnight Mass we really loved. Still fuck with them heavily because I enjoy it. Yeah, the aesthetic of the Conjuring movies is really good, but yeah, those two movies are just too slow. Rough Record doesn't have a spin-off. The Crooked Man did look like an interesting spin-off, and I was sad that that got canned. I'm sure it got canned because of their super rough record with pretty much all of their spin-offs half the time. Because La Llorona didn't really... I don't remember it doing very well either. What else was there? There was Annabelle movies, which I feel like do pretty good. Though people did not like Come Home. Which of the two Conjuring movies, first two Conjuring movies, is my favorite? God, let me try to... So the first one is a classic, but the second one... What was the second one called again? I can't remember. I'm trying to remember the second one, because they are kind of similar. Because the first one was The House with the Witch. Thank you. The Conjuring 2. That really... really does not get me anywhere. Electric Boogaloo. Yeah, it's the one with the electric ghost. Oh, the one in England. That's right. There is something... Abyss Presence here in the living room. Oh, hell. The Almighty Expanding Darkness. Yeah, with the old man. I did really like the England one. And the Nun. Because my favorite Conjuring movie probably is Annabelle Comes Home. Or The Nun 2, to be honest. I do like the mainline ones, but I love the spin-offs better. But, if I had to pick from the first one or the second one, I'd probably say the second one. I don't know if it's because I've watched the first one multiple times and just have, familiarity breeding contempt or something. But, I don't know. I do like the second one a ton. You did not know, because I don't think we've talked about The Conjuring in depth like this before, but, yeah, I do love the series, and I feel like, the funny thing is I watched the first one at the gym. One of the things I am notorious for doing is being at the gym and, watching... Oh, fuck me. Alright, Intruder in the Living Room. Don't love that. One of the things I do at the gym is I will, if I am doing my own stuff and not, God damn it, my phone, and not, like, doing it with a personal trainer or something like that, I will straight up sometimes put a movie on and then completely just zone out watching that movie, and I will be on like an elliptical for a good like 2 hours sometimes. That's also where I watched... Oops, didn't mean to do that. Always. Oh, intruder in the bedroom. Ew. Um, I watched the entirety of Conspiracy Theory in the gym one time, and this was back when it was the YMCA, and they had those TVs up top, and you had to tune your Walkman to a certain frequency in order to get the TV's sound. But that was great. I did not want to leave the gym that day because I was watching the entire fucking movie. Yeah, that is wild that we haven't talked about it before because we've talked about so many horror movies previously. Have I recommended The Borderlands to you? It's also called Final Prayer. When I watched it, it was COVID once again, and I watched it as The Borderlands because I watched it on a British streaming site because it was recommended to me by a British person. But I think you would love it. It's a found footage in England, and they go to this. Door open in the kitchen. They go to this like parish out in the countryside, and they're staying nearby in like a little house, and it's these two people that have been hired basically to look into why the church is having these weird anomalies and supernatural happenings. And it goes in so many directions that you aren't expecting in a good way, and also has one of the biggest end movie twists. Like you're not gonna figure it out. And it's not a spoiler to say it's a twist because there's no way that you watch this movie and not expect there to be some sort of twist at the end because it's always going everywhere. But yeah, you got. Oh fuck! Okay, we finally seen something open on our own, and it was a door, and it scared me for no reason. Yeah, it's kind of like The Nun if The Nun wasn't like boring as hell because it does keep up. It keeps up a good pace. Is there something missing over here? I think there might be something missing over here. Object disappearance in the hallway. But yeah, it's really good. And they do some good like practical tricks and effects that they're really subtle, and when you see them, they're very well done, very spooky. So, Alice, you should pop in and like help me with this because Ethan is not helping me very well. So. But yeah, no, absolutely 100% watch that film. Remind me to tell you about it if you forget, remind me to tell you about that movie so that you can watch it because you gotta watch it. Flanagan verse. I've only seen Haunting of Hill House, Haunting of Bly Manor, and Midnight Mass. I have not seen the others because we don't have Netflix right now, or we do, but sometimes it works because it's my father-in-law's painting anomaly in the study. But those are the three I've seen. I love all three of them. I think my favorite is Midnight Mass, personally. Bly Manor is really good, and Hill House is really good, but I was surprised that people didn't like the others. Oh, hey, hold on, I'm trying to get the name right. Leela Lunar? I'm hoping I'm getting that right. Hi, welcome to the stream. Glad you've joined us. I also see Stephanie Sanzo. Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you. Yeah, those three are super duper fun. I do want to see the Midnight Club, as you've said. And my wife did watch Follow the House of Usher, and she said it was fucking amazing. But we didn't have Netflix. We still don't have Netflix. But she went over to a. I think she spent some time at a friend's house, and they watched the entire series, and she came back and she was like, this was so good, we need to watch it. I'm like, we don't have Netflix. And she's like, okay. Oh god, what the fuck just happened? The sauna had an intruder, and then it scared the shit out of me because like the camera changed. Anywho, So for the folks that are just joining, if you would like to join in on observation duty, I always welcome the help. Sometimes shit will pop up and then I will click off immediately, painting in the kitchen, but I do not mind folks helping out if you want to. If you, like me, if you're watching a streamer or a Let's Play where something happens right in front of them and they just miss it, feel free to shout it out. Oh, jeez. I do need to steal someone's login. I absolutely 100% need a Netflix login because I need to see the new Tomb Raider show because I love Tomb Raider and I have... Is this normally closed or... I don't know. We'll find out. It is like spooky Blue's Clues. But yeah, I want to see the new Tomb Raider show because I have all the Tomb Raider movies. All the Tomb Raider games. I do have all the movies as well. And I also have the 1999 Tomb Raider collectible card game. Got tons of decks from that. Because I have a shop, like one of those shop displays that has a ton of them. I think something's missing here in the hallway. And I love playing that game, even though it's been discontinued for, God, what, almost 20 years? But yeah, I am very excited for the Tomb Raider show. Maybe it was a movement. And yeah, I'm definitely going to have a look. Some people say this is like Where's Wallywood Murder, which is also super valid. I did notice I was looking on Twitch today. Oh, you gotta run. See you later. Hope you join next time. I'll be back on Friday at 6:30 Eastern Time, per usual. Hey, we survived the witching hour for the first time. But thank you for the well wishes on the good lucks observing. I hope to make it to the end this time. I have in the first two games, and I haven't quite made it in this one yet. I did amazing last run, and then absolutely face planted during the witching hour, so made it past, so things should be popping off pretty soon here. Let's see if I can actually find it. But yeah, the Flanagan verse is super duper great. Those three shows are awesome. I'm very excited to see what else he puts out. I know people did not like Bly Manor, but I adored it, and it's not just because they were lesbians. Because I am lesbians. But yeah, super good shows, and I like that they're not just horror, but like my wife has said, they're like family dramas sometimes, and that's very engaging and enjoyable, I think. Alright, where are we here? Alright, cool. If anyone in the chat has a recommendation on horror movies, I'm going to be popping into Shudder because I do that every year. And if you have any recommendations, I will take them because I'll be watching a fuck ton of horror movies soon because my wife is going to be heading to Japan. I feel like there's an extra book here, but I could be super duper wrong. Oh shit, I got 3. I super enjoyed Bly Manor because lesbians, but also because it was a great show. Yeah, same. Absolutely same. It was really well done. And I love his haunted house shows because... Is that new? I love his haunted house shows just because they're so claustrophobic and so well done. The vibes are so immaculately off in the best possible way. Oh no, distortion in here. Bedroom, distortion, great. The Honey of Hill House, I really adored that. It got me spooked when I was at the gym watching it. I watch a lot of stuff at the gym apparently, but I really enjoyed knowing that there was going to be a ton of like ghosts in the background, because that meant I got to look for them the whole time, and every so often I would see one and it would scare the shit out of me. And even like on rewatches, if I ever watch it again, I see new ghosts that I have never seen before, and it is horrific sometimes. Alright, I'm super worried because there's got to be like at least 2 more things that I haven't seen yet. So if you notice them, point them out. Yeah, Blind Manor is great because lesbians, but also because it's a good show. Midnight Mass was great because just everything. That one's my favorite. I feel like the spoiler alert. Cover your ears if you know this. I think 4-year-old show. If you don't want to hear spoilers, but I love that the vampire thing was handled the way it was, because there's another one, extra object in the kitchen. I'm glad I noticed that earlier, because I wouldn't have noticed it this time. I just like how weird the vampires were, and I also liked how, like, I don't know, just fucked the whole vibe was that entire show. But like that mid-season point where the thing happens and then they're screaming and it goes into the credits and you're just like, oh no. That hit my soul. I was terrified. Like, that shook me real bad. Alright, there's like one more thing at least that I have not seen, and I am starting to get worried. Oh, God! Fucking Jesus Christ. That was the worst one. That was the worst one in this one. So far, that intruder is definitely the one that is... It's like in the second one, when the baby showed up and just started going, ha, ha, ha. That one had me shook. What? Ooh. Is there a light anomaly in the kitchen? Yeah, there's definitely a light anomaly in the kitchen. That had me shook. But Dude Man staring at me with his big ass eyes. That was not... Didn't love that. Whew. Just need to like calm down real quick. It's just kind of... I keep saying I need to like take CBD or something before this, but I never take my own advice. It might calm me down and hyper-focus me a little bit. What am I missing? Okay, so we got 1 hour left, and I am hyper excited by this proposition because I am good to win. Oh, movement. Object movement in the hallway. I would love to get a W on this go, because I haven't had a W since I'm on observation duty 2, and I need one to keep me going. Alright. Speaking of, I asked for horror movie recommendations, but if you've also got horror video game recommendations, things you'd like to see me play, I am always open. Floor got all fucked in the hallway. The hallway is popping off tonight. God damn. It was a sauna last time on Monday, but jeez. But yeah, I saw Amanda the Adventurer 2 had released, and I am very excited for that. I love all of Dread XP's games. Even the Dread X collections, which can be very, very uneven. But Amanda the Adventurer, played that last year. Had an astounding time. It was very exciting to play. Might run through it again on stream to set up for Amanda the Adventurer 2, but I'm very into like those horrors that take something that's very familiar and twist it just rapturously. But yeah, the Blue's Clues but very fucked is great. I did play the Amanda the Adventurer 2 demo several months ago, and there's a very twisty, difficult puzzle in there that I really enjoyed. So I'm looking forward to finally getting Amanda the Adventurer 2, but if anyone has any suggestions, like I said, oh, don't look at the windows. The Jiggly Man will be out the windows. I guess that's other in the sauna. Of course, every time it says don't look out the windows, I don't get the Jiggly Man, so maybe it's because I'm not looking out the windows. But yeah, I am always here for new horror games, because I've been playing horror games since Resident Evil 2. When I was a kid, I was scared of goddamn near everything, especially heights, but I was just scared of everything as a child. And then when oh god, painting anomaly in the living room. That is extra fucked. But yeah, when I turned 10, for some reason, I don't know why, something possessed me to get Resident Evil 2 on N64. which was a weird place to get it because most people had it on PS1, which I do now. But I got it on N64 for some reason. I just got a wild hair to play it. And the nice guy at GameStop, or I think it was EB Games, Electronic Boutique, yeah, back then, let me, the 10-year-old, buy it. And I was so excited for some reason, because I was still, like, phobic about everything, especially dogs. And that is not a good game for dog phobias, but I played through that game. The fan stopped. I've been ever since failing to that, I've been hoping to get it. But, barreled through, put nose to the grindstone, played through that entire game, and was suddenly not scared of everything, and suddenly was like a horror fiend, which is why October is my favorite month. It's also my birthday month, so super exciting, happy birthday to me. But, yeah, so Resident Evil 2, been playing it since I was 10, so it's been a while, unfortunately. And, yeah, it's cured me of all my phobias. That's what I credit to getting me from being one of the most frightened children on the planet to someone who just adores any and all horror media. I love the remake, the Resident Evil 2 remake. I need to get back to that. I played it 5 times in a row when it came out, and like each time I played it was for a different reason, and I loved it every time. And I can't wait to play it again, because that is an amazing game. I actually really liked Resident Evil 3 too. I do dislike that they left out the clock tower. Are you kidding me? Fuck! I was 5 minutes away. Oh, I was so close, and I died. That sucks so hard. Oh my god. Ugh. Which one's my sad? I think it's... No. Is it this one? I can't remember. Yeah, that's my kind of sad one. Jesus Christ. I was right there. Oh, that is killer. That hurts. That one hurts real bad. Ah, jeez. Alright, well, if there is anything I am not, it's a quitter. So let's try again. We're gonna get it this time. I'm getting way better. There's no way I can fail. There's so many ways I can fail. I can fail in many different ways. But yeah, god damn it, 5 minutes away. I think that's 20 seconds. Because I think every minute in this game is like about 5 seconds or so. Jesus, what was I missing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah. Was one of the cameras off or some shit? Ah, damn. I am so gutted that I failed right there. I was not expecting that. I thought I was doing a great job, and clearly I was not. Trying to take in the rooms a little more on this initial part. Everything looks pretty similar. I'm trying to get like the details too, because like it's always the little ones that just fuck me up. And I don't know why, but I am still noticing new shit every time I start. This is probably, I think, my 5th or 6th run on this one. And I don't know, I am somehow still noticing teeny little things, and it is driving me up a wall. Like, there being 2 here, I thought I was 1 for the longest time. It's the same. I noticed this when I started, which is nuts. But yeah, okay, the second bottle there is usually a problem. The paintings are good, yeah. Don't see anything different. This is empty. There's only 1 pot. Just really trying to take this one in. This looks pretty much the same. There's 4 things on the desk, plus the shit next to the laptop and the trash can. This is usually where shit pops off, and nothing looks different right now. But yeah, anyway, I think this is about when things are starting up. And there it is, better in painting. But yeah, no, my horror journey has been a long and storied one, and I credit it to Resident Evil. I immediately after Resident Evil, immediately got into Silent Hill, because some of my friends were talking about it, and it seemed like the most amazing thing. And I am excited for Silent Hill 2 Remake. That looks amazing. If you played it, let me know. I was very worried. I think a lot of us were very worried because Bloober Team bloobers stuff up sometimes. And I remember being so deeply excited for the medium. I didn't know it was being made by Bloober Team. I somehow missed it when I played it as well. And I got like about halfway through the medium and had to stop because it was Bluebird. They did not handle mental health very well. They did not handle basic mechanics very well. It was a disaster. And so when I heard that Silent Hill 2 is being remade, which is objectively the best Silent Hill, my personal favorite is 3. When I heard they were doing Silent Hill 2 remake, I was so gutted because I was just like, oh god, they're gonna blooper it. They're gonna blooper all over it. But I hear that it's pretty good. I'm hoping that when I play, oh shit! All right, that's new and fun. I think that's a ghost. So yeah, I'm hoping when I play it. I think the only thing I've heard about it not being great is the combat, which, I mean, blooper. Had to fuck something up. Too many mannequins. If I want to see kids fight gentrifying vampires versus the Bronx is a fun little spooky movie. I'm gonna write that down. I need to put a pad up here. I got some spooky journals recently, and it was like from a Los Angeles company. Boardwalk, I think it's called. I don't know. Not a sponsor. But they have like skeletons and bats and shit and little spooky sayings on there. So I need to bring that up here because I need to remember vampires versus the Bronx because that does sound right up my alley because it also sounds like it might be kind of comedy horror in a way. That is my favorite genre. Comedy horror and found footage. I will watch it all day. Oh, extra object in the study. It's Caesar's head once again. I have gotten that one every single time, which is kind of astounding because usually I don't get the same ones over and over. Whoa, excuse me. But yeah, I'm hoping they remake the first Silent Hill next, and then maybe Silent Hill 3 because it is my favorite. The first Silent Hill needs a remake more than the second Silent Hill, I think, because the first one aged the most poorly. It's I still have my PS1 copy. I still have it on the PlayStation Vita of all things, and I love it, but it is janky as hell nowadays. So I would love to see a remake of that and 3, but you kind of need 1 before you do 3, I feel like. 4 I can sort of get with. If they remade it and did what they did with Silent Hill 2, I think it would be okay. Because, oh, door open in the kitchen. Sorry, zoned out a little bit there because I was like, something feels wrong. But yeah, 4 was an interesting one, but I do think if they did it in the new over-the-shoulder style, it might be a little better. I just remember that game had a lot of elements that were like harassment. I don't love harassment horror, like Slender, the 8 pages. I think Stephanie Sterling talks about this a bit. Harassment horror is not scary. It'll give you a good spook at the start, but it basically familiarity breeds contempt, and then you get those monsters and you see them all the time and you're just like, okay, this is just becoming tiresome. So that kind of had a little bit of that, in that you had to keep backtracking and going back and seeing the same things over and over, and I think they could do some good with that. Kind of like with the new Tomb Raider remake. Well, not remakes, but remasters coming up. But they did say they were gonna change up some stuff with Angel of Darkness. Despite me loving Tomb Raider and actually really enjoying Angel of Darkness as a child, I would like to see them fix it up a bit. And I think it's going to be really good because those first 3 Tomb Raider remakes were dope as hell. They were so good. I spent a couple months replaying through those. Tomb Raider 3 is my favorite of that set. I don't think it's as crushingly hard as other people say, because I think it builds off the others in a way that, if you're playing the others, you aren't going to find it quite as crushingly hard. But that's just me. Light. Was that a light anomaly, or is this starting to distort? It's a light anomaly. Okay, great, cool. But yeah, thank you for the suggestion, Leela Lunar. Vampires vs. Bryce. Trying to keep that in my head. Trying to remember, because I have a terrifying memory. But yeah. And I just want to make sure I say thank you, because sometimes I forget, because I go off on tangents real easy. At one point I started talking about Shudder, and then the whole thing I meant to talk about did not get talked about, and I was talking about something entirely different. But yeah. Oh, jeez. Alright, we are 1 hour, 37 minutes in. So I'm hopeful, because we've gotten several anomalies. I think I don't know that there were 3 in the bedroom. 1, 2, 3. I think one of these might be extra, one of those cups, but could be wrong. Probably am. We'll see in a second. Yeah, nope, that is normal. The kitchen is the place I feel like I'm missing stuff, because I haven't really noticed much happening in the kitchen at all. I've noticed a ton of stuff in here and in the hallway, but I am excited. I recently had surgery, so I've been recovering from surgery, and I've been kind of housebound, more or less. I do get out to walk and go to the park and stuff, but something feels like this feels different. Abyss presence, I see it right there. In the living room. Dope. All hail the expanding darkness. But I'm the one thing I'm excited about is getting back to the movie theater. We have one of those season pass things to the movie theater where, you pay a set price and then you can see whatever movies you want that month. I've always adored the movies. When I was in college, I think late high school, early college, I worked for AMC Theaters. Worked at one of the biggest AMC theaters, and it was one of my favorite jobs, if not for the fact that it was minimum wage, and minimum wage was like $6.50 back then. So that I didn't like, but working at the movie theater was great, and I got free movies and free popcorn. So that was always amazing. But then I used to go to Blockbuster a lot. And the folks at Blockbuster, and this ages me as well, the folks at Blockbuster got to know me, and one of the managers was like, "We need another manager. Do you want to come work here?" And I was like, "Absolutely. Does it pay more?" And she was like, "Yes, it sure does." So I worked at Blockbuster for a while. I have seen so many movies. Oh, object movement in the sauna. Yeah, video rental stores were absolutely a magical place. I was looking at the old Blockbuster that I used to work at, and the last Blockbuster that's in, like, the Midwest somewhere, I think. There used to be one in Anchorage, but it's gone. But yeah, I was looking at those and, like, looking at old pictures, and I was like, oh god, I miss video rental stores. They were so great. I used to, when I worked at Blockbuster, I got 10 free rentals. It started as 5 free rentals, but it went to 10 free rentals a week, and that was video games and movies. When I first started, it was 5 movies, 1 game, but then they expanded it to 10 just in general, and we could also rent movies before they came out. So, like, we would get them anywhere from 2 to 4 weeks in advance. Oh, there's an extra pillow here in the sauna. Knew I was noticing something. So we would get the movies in advance. And so we could watch them, because Blockbuster, to their credit, wanted us to be well-versed in movies and games if you played them. And so we would be able to recommend stuff. So one of my favorite movies that I actually got to see a month in advance was Repo the Genetic Opera. Astounding rock opera. I love it. If you haven't seen it, it's really, really good, and I'm pretty sure it's streaming somewhere. It's Paris Hilton's best role, which is not saying much, but also it's got the girl from Spy Kids. It's got, what's that guy's name? It's got Ogre from Sick Puppy in it, and then it's got a few like horror mainstays, and then it's got Sarah Brightman, which is like the selling point for that movie. For a fan of the opera, and she's also an opera singer, just in general. But yeah, seeing Reaper of the Jedi opera a month in advance was just amazing for me, but also difficult because I pre-ordered it immediately after that and had to wait a month to watch it again. It was one of my favorites. But yeah, I deeply miss video rental stores. There's a specific vibe and like also smell to video rental stores. Oh, Painting Anomaly. That's a new one. I have not seen that one before, but that's actually kind of a cool painting. Yeah, I really miss being able to just go to a video store. I kind of, Redbox is kind of shit the bed. I think they filed for bankruptcy and we're just like, we're gone as of, I want to say June or July, something like that. Maybe even before. I missed that too. Everything's streaming now. I do really miss video rental stores. But yeah, Redbox is a long story of mismanagement. Chicken Soup for the Soul Entertainment bought them for some reason. I don't get that one. But when you get these like hyper evangelical things buying stuff, they always fail. But yeah, I miss the red boxes too. There used to be in this area. There used to be a lot of like indie video rental places, and they were like the coolest places. We actually have. Speaking of video rental stores, it's not a video rental store, but it's set up like a rental store from the '90s. Limited Run Games. There is a retail version of that. Not super nearby, but kind of nearby. And like, I know a lot of people like Limited Run Games. They do have one retail store, and I am lucky enough to be close enough that I can go to it every so often. And it is the coolest place because they have set it up like a 90s rental store. They've got tons of like memorabilia. They've got like a display out front that's like old consoles and like an old TV, like those big box TVs with the electrodes and shit. And when you go in, they have the like nicest staff on the planet. They've always been like real cool and like have great recommendations. Ah, shit. Made it to 3 before I got that, but I think I made it to 4 last time before I got that. I am missing so much. But yeah, they have all those like physical games that aren't usually physical. Like they have a ton of games that are only digital, but they have worked with, I guess, the developers to make them physical. So like they have physical versions of Arcade Paradise and Clea and that Overlord Metroidvania game. And I love going there and just picking up some like indie games that I don't know. Ghost in the Bedroom. I like picking up games from there that like I've never heard of but look interesting. And it's a great time because it kind of brings back part of that feeling of like when I was a kid, and you know, if you went to the game store or the video store and you picked out something, because you had to pick out something based off the box, because that's all you had, because we didn't have like the internet as it is today. We didn't have the internet until like 1997, 98. And we didn't have high-speed internet until I was well into college because my dad was cheap as shit. But yeah, it brings that nostalgic feeling of like all you got to go off of is the box. I mean, I could look it up, but it's more fun to just like look at the box and get it from there. And yeah, I'll go and I'll just pick up a few games and just go on an adventure, basically, because it's all new stuff I've never tried before. And I think one of them that I got was Forgotten Anne, which is really good. It's like a Studio Ghibli movie, but a game. And it's... Oh, this chair moved. It's set up, and everything is hand animated. but it's kind of like a puzzle platformer, and the way its story unfolds and the way you like move through this animated world is just astounding, and it's really good. And then I got Tokyo Dark Remembrance, which is like a investigative visual novel. That one's really good. It's got some spooky jump scares and stuff, but the story and the investigation are really what you're there for. Oops. I'm fucking around with a fidget spinner and I just boinked my mouse across the across the desk. But yeah, they've got great stuff there. I've heard if you're not going to their they fan stopped. That's what feels weird in here. I've heard if you're pre-ordering from them, it's a little difficult because like sometimes it'll take a year. But if you can make it to the one retail store they have, I would highly recommend it because it's a pretty cool spot. Oh, not extra object. I think something disappeared down here. Of course, it's gonna either anomaly or not, but every so often I will find something by complete and utter accident. I'm hoping I've caught up. It's been about 40 minutes since we got the warning, and I've had a few things, so I'm keeping afloat. My head's above water. I'm not sure if that's going to be enough, though. But if we can get to 6, because I got a 550 fucking 5, and I'm still sad about that. Oh, goodness. But yeah, no, I usually don't go for nostalgia, but like, vibes nostalgia gets me. Yeah. Knew it. I knew that I was toast because I had just commented on how bad I was doing. And yeah. Alright, I'm gonna give it another go. I'm gonna take some water and I'm going to give it a go. Oh hey, it's Stop Drop Sloth. Hi Jess, how's it going? Looks like we had somebody drop off as well. Lila Lunar. Thanks for coming in. Hope you join again later. Make sure to follow if you haven't already. But hey, Jess, welcome to the stream. I have just lost. Luckily, it wasn't as heartbreaking as last time because last time I got to 5 minutes away from winning and failing, which is about 20 seconds in real world time, and that hurt me in my heart. So I'm gonna try again. I've gotten so close in this one, and I'm not entirely certain what I have been missing. Yeah, big oof, absolute enormous oof. It hurts me in my heart. I'm not sure what I missed last time. I feel like there's small things that I'm missing. Oh, there was something missing here. I thought I reported that. I must have reported it incorrectly, but these were missing, and I did point it out. I gotta keep an eye on this chair, too, because when it goes missing, I don't notice it. And that hurts. Because it's so big. It's so, like, right there in my face, and yet I still somehow am able to completely and utterly mess up. But I don't know. Hopefully this is the one. This is my time. 3 chairs. I'm just trying to keep a good eye on everything this go. How have you been, Jess? Have you been, oh, did those open? Kitchen? I don't think I've ever seen those open. I could be wrong. Have you been, what is the word? Repenting for the horrible things you've said about Lucy? Our poor, sweet lesbian who just wants to be saved by her girlfriend. Let's see. Nothing new. I think we're just starting to hit the point where things start changing too, so have to keep a good eye out. Let's see. Here we go. Dope. But yeah, I was just talking about how I worked at Blockbuster, and people were like, oh, video rental stores are a magical place, and they absolutely were. I don't know if you have nostalgia for video rental stores, but jeez. Sometimes I look back at some of the, like, Oh, floor is way different in the hallway. Sometimes I look back at like the Blockbuster I used to work at, or a mall I used to go to as a teen a ton, and just like the nostalgia hit is palpable. Never. No, you got to. You have to. That poor sweet girl. And all you want to do is defame her. And oh, these were gone last time, I think. Yeah, Blockbuster was great. I was a manager at Blockbuster. That dates me, but I was a manager at Blockbuster during college. And it was a great time until they were deciding to close the store down, so they replaced our store heads with really horrible people. And yeah, I quit because the new managers were horrific. But I worked there for 2.5 years, and it was such a good place to work. I really, really loved it. It was good while it lasted. I still, even after I left that one, I went to Blockbuster a ton. I kept going to new Blockbusters. When one would close down, I'd go to another one, and then like that one would close down a few months later, and it was just kind of sad. But yeah. Anyway, I was talking about something and I completely forgot what it was. It's not this game, which is currently giving me an absolute aneurysm. Yeah, bad managers can make your life a living hell. I am currently an office administrator, and I had, at previous jobs, all of my office administrators were terrible. Some of them were the most rank assholes on the planet, and pretty much my entire, I guess, ethos about my job is to not be those people. Oh, well, that's fucking weird. Distortion in the bedroom. But yeah, a bad manager can make even a great job horrific. And a good manager can make a really shitty job bearable and more enjoyable to be around. We had a really good staff for a time, probably about a year and some, and it really sucked when that fell apart. But what are you gonna do? Of course, the job I had after Blockbuster, I worked for a congressional campaign. I also worked for a congresswoman, and so once I was out of college, because I did an internship with Congress as well. Once I was out of college, I went and worked at my state assembly because our congressional campaign was unfortunately a failure. But I went and worked at the General Assembly, and that is when I decided to leave politics, because that was about the time that shit started going poor, and I also just started realizing some things about politics that I didn't want to be a part of. But God, I'm ready for this election to be over, but I need this election to be like go the right way and not have, the fall of democracy. But yeah, I was going to say that yesterday I wrote something about what are you, the redacted, because I cannot say the Republican Party in that specific Discord, because people will get mad. But yeah, I was going to say the Republican Party. That's what that redacted part was. Oh, that looks like ass. Painting anomaly in the kitchen. But yeah, I had to leave politics. And of course, I went into law because, I don't know, I'm an idiot. This was before my mother found out I was a lesbian, and I stopped talking to her, but she so desperately wanted me to be a doctor or a lawyer, because I feel like, I don't know, many kids are thrust into that. And so I was like, well, I can't be a doctor. I have too many attention deficit issues. I would not be good at being a doctor. Hey, look at that. Okay. I definitely noticed the movement. So I started studying for the LSATs, and I was working at a law firm at the time, and every attorney that I knew and talked to about, like, oh, I'm taking the LSATs, and do you have any recommendations? I'm wondering if something moved in here. That seems like a lot of space. I was like, do you have any recommendations? Do you have any tips or tricks? And they were like, yes, I have a recommendation. Don't go to law school. Don't be a lawyer. And I was like, oh. And the amazing thing is, every single attorney I had talked to said that. It wasn't an isolated incident. It wasn't one person unhappy with their job. They were all like, don't fucking do it. So I didn't. And I kind of went into the administrative route with law firms, and I am so happy I did, because sometimes I get these little associates, and of course the new attorneys that I'm hiring are now younger than me, and that hurts me. But they work such long hours, and they have such bullshit to do. I mean, the law firm I work at is great. The environment is great. There is entirely too much work to do for the amount of people we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. The cameras are okay. We have entirely too much work, and we need more help, which we're working on, but the little associates are always like working their butts off, and like the money does not seem to be worth it, because they don't go home. Some of them, I've had associates sleep in the office before, and I'm like, oh no, go home, please. And then I have one attorney who's like, oh yeah, I like to come in at 4 a.m. because that's when no one bothers me and I can get stuff done. And I'm like, oh, that sucks. So I am always eternally grateful for all the attorneys that told me not to go into law, because I would not have liked it. I would have absolutely hated it. I would have been one of those attorneys that gets their bar license, practices for a while, hates it, and then goes into something else. But yeah, I'm glad I went into administration, because it is it's the kind of job that I can go home at 5, not answer my phone, and just be chill with that. I can't imagine having clients calling me, or honestly thinking about like briefs and judges and trials and all that shit. Not about that life. I am about the not working when I am off work life. Yeah. Law but stress. 100%. It is it ain't it. It absolutely ain't it. I can't. I need a job where I go home at the end of the day, and that's the end of it. I remember early in my law career, in the administrative side, a lot of people were like, oh, that mirror is always spooky as hell. Have you ever seen Oculus? Oculus is, shit, what am I doing? Oculus is super scary for how dumb the premise is. Is this different? Is there something different there? I feel like that's different. I don't know what it is, but is it like something's gone from this area? I feel like there was something there. I don't know. But yeah, if you've never seen Oculus, you should watch it, because it's a weird fucking, not the living room, the kitchen. It's a weird fucking movie, but it's really good. Oh, you're in IT. Well, technically, I do a lot of IT stuff, because we have an IT department, but it's only in another state, like far, far away. So because I am the only person that knows how to work a computer beyond like software and Microsoft Word, and let's be real, some attorneys don't even know how to use Word. I am basically default IT for most things. A lot of the setups of workstations and stuff like that falls to me. So I'm sure doing it full time is ridiculously stressful. Law is stressful, but IT is stressful in a completely different and not insubstantial way. Though I had considered IT just because it's something I sort of know how to do, sort of a little bit. But yeah, y'all are wizards sometimes. I can usually fix my own stuff, but when I can't, and an IT person is just like bops on in and does their thing, it's pretty cool. It's interesting to watch. As long as it, isn't taking forever, because some attorney is breathing down my neck about, like, wanting something. Your last roll actually combined the two and it was wild. Really? That sounds wild. Was it... Tell me of it. I want to know the things. I love hearing about people's, like, professional interests. God damn it, I'm getting worse. There are 3 things different, and I don't know what they are. Let's see, let me look and make sure I'm not missing anything obvious. Okay, well that's an obvious one, so that must have been the one that triggered the 3rd. So there's 2 more. What am I missing? If you see anything, feel free to call it out. Oh, also, I should probably, since I've been streaming for, like, God, an hour and a half, I should probably just go ahead and mention, because I did this at the top, but I don't think y'all were here. I am running an Extra Life drive for my local Children's Miracle Network hospital. No pressure at all, but if you are inclined to give... Ooh, I think there's an extra object here in the hallway. If you're inclined to give, I have a donate button down on the right-hand side, down below and on the right, that goes to my local Children's Miracle Network hospital. 100% of the money goes to them. Donating to me is on the left-hand side, so go to the right-hand side. I would much prefer you do that. Oh, and there's an extra object in here. I would much prefer you donate to Extra Life than to me, but I do appreciate it if you do. They help low and no income families get treatment for their kids who are facing, like, very scary diseases, injuries, that sort of thing, need long-term care, need in-house care constantly. And they do incredible work. This is my 10th year running a drive with Extra Life. And I am super proud to be doing it for the 10th year. I had to take a break during COVID because I used to run a little miniature con, RPG con, and you can do that during COVID, and I just haven't been able to recently. And I'm super excited to get back to that. So if you have a little bit of extra money and you want to donate, I greatly appreciate it. Obviously no pressure, but if you consider it, I appreciate it. But yeah, anyway, back to this. IT complicated, yes. Making sure all the computers followed all the laws and frameworks. Compliance. Yeah, compliance. Oh my god. Compliance gives me a headache. Compliance sucks. I had, actually had a little compliance thing today that was not huge, but annoying. Don't love it. My postage machine, there's like new fracking compliance laws with, spooky painting in the kitchen. There's new fracking compliance laws that the USPS put out, and so we have to upgrade our entire fracking machine, postage machine, because it's no longer in compliance. And I'm like, great, cool, that's going to be a whole to-do. Because it's never just they come in and they change it out. It's always some sort of insanity. Our postage people are fine, but the less I see of them, the better. Because, oh no, the chair's still there. I thought it was gone. Because usually if I'm seeing the postage people, something has gone horribly wrong. But yeah, no, don't love compliance. And especially don't love, like, IT compliance, because especially in law, that's a ton of encryption and, like, all the bullshit you have to do to make sure that, the 87-year-old attorney who will not fucking retire, who will click on any number of spam emails, that person is always a problem. I feel like there's an Abyss presence. Yep, right there. Living room, Abyss presence. I got real good at the Abyss presence. Yeah, when you get those octogenarian lawyers who just, one, they fuck up everything. Two, they want you to print out everything, even though, like, pretty much every law firm is digital only now. And then three, some of them are assholes. The dumbest people on the planet, and they think they know everything. And explaining to them why they can't do that and why following the rules is important. It gets exhausting. Yes, it absolutely gets exhausting, especially when they want to do something so bad. They so desperately want to download a virus, and you just have to be like, no, you can't. You so can't. Like, stop. I did have one attorney almost give away everything to, like, Saudi Arabia, I think it was. It was somewhere in the Middle East because IT. Ooh. Bedroom intruder. Don't love. Ooh, I hate it when they do that. No. Yeah, someone almost gave away everything to a Middle Eastern country because that attorney, like, late at night. It was either really late at night or really early in the morning, depending on if it was PM or AM. Oh! No, study intruder. And it's one of those where I have to sit here and look at that psychotic, horrible thing. I'm not loving this. I don't feel like anyone's loving this. Alright, that's gone. But yeah, real gross. Real, the vibes were very off. But yeah, they were like, apparently it clicked on something. And IT calls and they're like, hey, are you in like Qatar? And obviously they weren't. And so that was the whole thing. But it's I don't know. I've read about some law firms. One of them got hacked and like no one could do anything for days, and that is horrifying because the wheels of justice may move slowly, but they do move. And holy hell, if you're not moving with it, you're gonna get left behind. But yeah, no, attacks on companies and law firms and stuff is terrifying. But yes, that was the grossest intruder. It is not the worst intruder I've seen. I have definitely seen worse, but I don't love that. Didn't love that one. I don't know if that's always been there. I'm gonna pop it and see if because that seems new. I probably have just been missing it, but who knows? Okay, it isn't. It totally isn't. Okay. Oh, I was gonna say something. I had yet another story because I can just bop to bop to bop. But yeah, I think my least favorite intruder in observation duty is probably the one in 2. It's the baby in the toilet, and the baby looks horrific. The baby looked like it paid taxes, first of all. And second of all, that baby just stares at you and is just like, ha, 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 ha. The sound is awful. And it's one of those, like, the gross intruder that just happened, where it locks you in, and then... Did this flip around? It locks you in, and then, doesn't let you move. The first time I got that, I had just reported, and it wasn't wrong. I reported a correct anomaly. Oh, we made it to 4, and the chair's gone. But I reported it, and so I couldn't report this, but I was stuck. So of course I lost, because I didn't have enough time to report it and get that report to go through. And I just had to stare at that baby while I lost, and things went worse and worse and worse and worse, and that was just the most horrifying thing. I can't wait to see what they do for Observation Duty 7. I did play the demo on stream, and that was like my first Observation Duty experience, and it was really good. But I am so ready to see what they're doing with the they've got a backrooms room or house or something, and it's got the slide from the there's a missing thing from the bed. The slides in the pool's back room. So I'm very excited to see what they do. Oh no, intruder in the living room. Okay. Oh yeah, he does this shit. I don't love that. Okay, intruder in the living room. Living room, intruder. I feel like in this one, the intruders start popping up around like 4 for me. I feel like they can come anytime, but they're the most horrific. I really don't like the one that shows up on the ceiling. Gotten that one a couple times. The guy who's here, he's got these big nasty eyes and he just stares at you. That one scared the ever-loving shit out of me earlier. And I was like, I was not ready for it. And I'm not here for it. The vibes were eternally off there. But yeah, anyway. Oh, Lord. Alright. I'm starting to get to that point where I'm like a little bit scared. Because we only got an hour and a half left. And after losing at 5:55, I know I keep harping on it, but I was devastated. Ooh, lights in the kitchen. Light anomaly in the kitchen. That one's kind of subtle. The one that I miss a lot is the fan stopping in this. Somehow I miss those two super obvious things entirely too frequently. Do we have all the cameras? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're missing a camera. Bedroom, living room, kitchen, study, hallway. Sauna. Oh, no. Okay, we're not. Or not. We are not missing one. Okay. I hate it when the cameras go missing because I am so, like, oblivious to it. In Observation Duty 2, at one point, extra object in the study, at one point I was playing Observation Duty 2 and I was flipping through stuff and I'm like, I feel like I'm missing something. And then I was like, I feel like there's something wrong in the kitchen. Let me go back to the kitchen. The kitchen was not there. That's why there was something wrong in the kitchen. And that was about the stupidest I've felt in a long time. Because I was just sitting there and I was like, kitchen feels off. I wonder why. Well, it's because it's not fucking there. But yeah, anyway. Oh, I don't think you were here when I asked, Jess, but do you have... Oh, no. Is that the guy? Is this the... I think this is the big eye guy. I don't like him. I hate him a lot. But yeah, do you have any horror movie recommendations for me? Because I'm getting ready to subscribe to Shudder soon. And I will also watch anything, anywhere. But if you have any horror movie recommendations or game recommendations, I will absolutely take them if you have any. We've also talked about found footage and horror comedy being my favorite genres, so if you got any in those categories, I am here for it. Alright, we are creeping up on 5 o'clock, and I am partially excited, partially terrified, so I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I'm not seeing a lot right now, too, and that's where I get very, I feel like I've done a good job, but I get very antsy when I'm sitting here just looking, and I'm like, I don't see anything different, and it freaks me out. But I think I'm good. I think I'm doing okay. Oh, there's the stuff's missing in the hallway. I noticed that one last time, but I think I fucked up and hit the wrong, the wrong room. I was so managed to miss a missing camera. Yeah, no, it's deceptively easy to do because you get into a rhythm with this thing. I wish I did. I don't watch very many despite my taste in board game. Oh. Gotcha. No worries. Is it just a bridge too far for it to be like horror movies than board games, or because I can see there's a big difference between it because my wife can play. Oh, door open in the study. My wife can play Final Girl, but not a big lover of the horror movies. I am excited though with the new set for Final Girl Series 3 coming out because I'm in it. And not just a side character either, I'm a main character, so I'm hella interested. Just not a huge movie person in general. I'm an enormous movie person, but I can definitely get it because I am not a big TV person. I actually really don't enjoy TV at all. And if I do watch TV, I feel like I'm in the very, very big minority because I'm the kind of person that wants a new show to come out one show a week. I love how Only Murders in the Building only comes out on Tuesday. Object Movement in the Hallway. I love that only comes out on Tuesdays. Agatha All Along only comes out on Wednesdays. I like to just have one show to watch on that day every week. And yeah, you are, and I'm just, yeah. Thanks. I mean, you'll get to be me in Final Girl Series 3. Um, everyone's dream. But yeah, so I'm like one of those weird people that don't hates binging TV. I only want to watch one episode and then go on about my merry way. My wife hates that because she loves to binge TV, and I do not. I so decidedly do not. All right, we're getting down to the wire. We have 30 minutes left, which I think translates to about 3 minutes. It's like 4 seconds per. Yeah, so we're real close. Very, very close. I'm very excited. I like some TV, but it greatly depends. What sort of TV do you like? I right now love Only Murders in the Building and Agatha All Along. I hated WandaVision, but I love Agatha All Along, and I will defend to the death. Oh, god damn it! Oh god! Again, I was so close. I was right there. Oh my god! Oh, I was right there. I was on the cusp of greatness. We were so close. Oh my god, okay. Gonna take a second. I can't believe that I've gotten this close and failed so many times. I don't even know what I missed. I cannot, I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna catch up on the chat real quick since I'm, I am actually excited to play as you. I think it'll be cool. I think a lot of people are excited to play as me since a lot of people know of me now. And I'm excited to be a playable character. I think it's gonna be amazing. But yeah, I found out about it in June of 2022. So it's been like a year and a half almost, or 2.5 years almost, and God, I'm so ready for it to finally be here. So what TV do you like? Because I feel like it greatly depends for me as well. All right, I'm gonna go one more go. I'm gonna go one more go. I'm gonna hope to shit I don't lose right at the end. If I lose, I want it to be at fucking 2 o'clock. 3. These things, those things, these things, the paintings. This is over here, not over there. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the thing in the middle, there's a plant, there's this, these two here, that. Okay. This looks like this, even though I think it's always wrong. Bread box, wine, pot, these things. Alright. This here, 3 chairs, and this. Okay. Cool. Right. Dope. Next one. This. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things. These things. These pillows. This. This. Okay. Just really trying to hammer into my mind what is where. Okay. And then this is, I've got this one pretty well down, I feel like. Alright, cool. Okay, alright. So things start getting fucky now, so let's hope that doesn't get overly fucky. Alright, cool. Also, if you haven't followed already, please do. I would super duper appreciate it. And if you have followed, thanks a lot. I appreciate it. You'll also get to see when I'm streaming. Oh, the floor's changed. Which is right now every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 6:30 Eastern Time is when I start, and then I go to whenever I feel like it. It's usually about an hour and a half to 2 hours. Oh, hey, thanks for following. Thank you, Jess, for following. I super duper appreciate it. Oh, geez, my brain just like short-circuited there for a second. But I appreciate it somehow not clicked the button yet, so there. Yes, thank you very much for following. I appreciate it. You are the best and you are good peoples. I totally understand not having done it. I forget all the time, and then I do. That's why I have to remind people, because I need a reminder. I haven't been too into fictional TV late. Honestly, I've been watching Hell's Kitchen with the boyfriend lately, and that's about it lately. You did say lately 3 times there. That's funny. I do the same thing. We've been watching. My wife loves like Food Network shows. Loves cooking. Also, let me rephrase that. She loves cooking shows. I'm the one who cooks usually. I'm not cooking as much right now because of my surgery, but there it is. But we've been watching Last Bite Hotel, which I mean to say she's been watching Last Bite Hotel because I watched 2 episodes of that and hated it. I usually like Food Network shows pretty well. I usually watch them in the background while I'm playing Star Wars The Old Republic. Love that game. But only like the meanest, nastiest people continued in that one, and I hate them. I cannot stand some of the people on that show, so I don't like that one. But we watched a lot of Food Network shows, and a lot of them are really good. I love Alex versus America because I love Alex Gurnishelli, and she's in every episode. I think Alex Gurnishelli is the best, and I relate to her. What the fuck? Oh, thank you for following. That was my follow sound. I thought it happened in the game, and I was like, what the fuck just happened? Thank you, Lila Lunar, for following. I super duper appreciate it. I just heard the ting, and I was like, something broke. And I mean, it does happen in the second one that if a fan falls, but yeah, it scared the shit out of me. But thank you, absolutely, thank you for following. What the fuck was I talking? Oh, Alex Gurnishelli. I love her in Alex vs. America. The new season recently ended, and I was so sad because it was much shorter than I thought it was going to be. But if you like cooking shows, and you also like Dropout.tv, again, not a sponsor, I just love talking about things that I like. If you go to Dropout.tv, it's like what College Humor. It used to be College Humor, but it's Dropout now. They've got a new show that started a couple weeks ago on every other Friday. It's called Gastronauts, and it's basically what would happen if you took a cooking show and put a bunch of professional comedians in charge of it. Painting Anomaly. And it's so funny because like they'll do challenges, but instead of doing challenges like, oh, make the best like tartare and frites, or something like that. They're like, I want you to make the heaviest food that you can put in this. Or like, I want you to make an action figure out of food and I want to be able to play with it before I eat it. And just ridiculous, silly things like that. And I loved it. That was so good. It was so funny, but it also had that fun like cooking competition stuff. And a bunch of comedians messing with these professional chefs was fun, and it was in a like nice way. I feel like the great thing about Dropout is that every show and the whole cast seem to like really get along, and it seems like a really nice place to work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, nothing new there. But yes, absolutely do check Gastronauts out. Dropout.tv is where it is. They might have an episode on YouTube. I know a lot of times they put like new series, they'll put the first episode on YouTube to like get people. But I don't know if they have a free trial. The fan has stopped. But they are very cheap. It's like a few bucks a month. Study other. Completely short-circuited my brain there. But yeah, every show on Dropout is amazing. I love Game Changer and Make Some Noise. Monet's Slumber Party is really great. It's like queer Pee-wee's Playhouse. And as someone in the queer community, I am here for it. A lot of Dropout is very gay, and I love it. Did the floor change in here? It feels darker. I don't think it did, but like watch that be like something I've been missing a ton. Okay, good. So I'm not insane. But yeah, it's if you like object movement in the sauna, if you like Good Mythical Morning with Rhett and Link, the person who hosts Gastronauts is Jordan Myrick, who I actually didn't really like love when they first joined Good Mythical Morning and Mythical Kitchen, but they really grew on me, and I think they found their voice and became much more entertaining. But I love Good Mythical Morning. I've been watching them since like they started, because I remember the old green set that was in Fuquay Arena, and I literally lived like 10 minutes away from them at the time. I highly recommend the current Smosh. There we go. Highly recommended the current Smosh. Very queer, very fun, very amazing cast. I actually have watched. Smosh was on Dirty Laundry yesterday on Dropout. Dirty Laundry is a great show too. They share secrets, and they have to hide that it's their secret when it's that secret has been revealed, and then they vote on whose secret it was, and if you're able to successfully have people not guess you get 3 points, and if you guess the right person you get a point. But yeah, I have watched Smosh a little bit. They are really good. Open lights in the like fire alarm lights in the hallway. But yeah, no, Smosh is fun. I've watched him a good bit recently. Who was it? That was Trevor from Mythical Kitchen is on there a lot now, apparently. I did like it when they did the roast of Rhett and Link. I think they do like I don't think it's called the roast. I think it's called like funeral or something like that, or wake. I'm not sure, but I did really enjoy that, and that's when I started kind of watching them a little more. I do have a good time with current Smosh. Funeral roasts, yeah. Those are a good time. I think they did one for Josh from Mythical Kitchen too, and that was pretty great. But I like they've been on Good Mythical Morning a lot lately too, even though Rhett and Link don't own Smosh anymore. I think it's great that they still collaborate and that sort of thing. The only other thing I watch a ton on YouTube, well, actually, I watch a few things on YouTube a ton. Beard Meets Food is, it's kind of out of the ordinary for what I usually watch, but we came across it, and it was like this British guy doing these food challenges, like, you know, eat all this food in 30 minutes and your meal's free and you get a t-shirt. It is weirdly captivating. I have a great time watching those, especially like every so often he'll do something in like our area and it's like, oh yeah, we've been there. Or apparently he was in New York almost the same time we were recently, and we were like, oh god, we were like there just like recently before he was there, so it's kind of funny. But those are great because he is ridiculous. Let me just check the cameras. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, good. And the other thing I watch a lot of is Game Grumps. I've been watching Game Grumps also like since Dan joined. So it's been over 10 years now. And I just remember, lights in the sauna. I just remember when I found Game Grumps, I was in between like jobs, like law jobs. I was laid off from a really shitty job, and then I ended up as a paralegal, and I hated being a paralegal, and also I worked for a personal injury firm, and they were shady as fuck, so I quit that job. So I worked at a comic and game store for about 10 months, and that's where I found Game Grumps, and I have loved them ever since. I've been to several of their live shows. And they're great. And Ninja Sex Party is so good live. That damn mirror, I swear to shit, it is... it's funky. It's scary, despite being completely stationary. And get a sip of water. Oh yeah, the Power Hour. I love the Power Hour. I'm actually way behind on the Power Hour because I usually watch it at work when I'm in the office. And I only go in the office like a couple times a week. But the problem is, I haven't been in because I've been recovering from surgery, as I said, and so I keep forgetting to watch it. Because when I have lunch here, I usually watch Good Mythical Morning with my wife. So I really need to get caught up on 10-minute Power Hour because I love the Power Hour. I'm a patron. I think there's something missing. Isn't there usually like a coffee bag there? But yeah, I'm on their Patreon, and I love watching the extra stuff on there. And they have, what is it, the fan fiction story time, and those are great because Dan having to read just the most awful fan fiction is just fun. When they read Sonic fan fiction, Painting Anomaly, because like they used to read Sonic fan fiction whenever they played Sonic games, and they kind of stopped, but people love it, so it's great that they have it as its own show now. Excuse me. Jeez, I need to take a couple more sips of water. But yeah, I saw that this week's was Will It Corn Dog, and I'm very excited to see if it will indeed corn dog. But yeah, I'm probably a few months behind on the Power Hour, but that is definitely one of my favorite shows. I really need to get back to it. I do wish my wife liked it because she cannot stand Aaron because he's too excitable, I guess. I personally like Dan a lot, but oh god, okay, intruder in the hallway. A hallway intruder. Don't love you. Don't love that guy. But yeah, I remember when the 10-minute Power Hour started. It was like 2018, something like that. But yeah, I love. I think they get more viewers on the Power Hour than their Let's Plays, which is funny. But yeah, always a good time, especially when things just go absolutely insane. I don't know if you've seen their observation duty videos, but the Game Grumps observation duty videos are really good, especially when Allie was there, the old producer. I loved Allie. Having Allie in on the observation duty videos were really good too, because she was great at this game. And the Game Grumps, as usual, were decidedly not. Mostly Aaron. Mostly Aaron. I do remember let's see, a couple years ago, I went to a Game Grumps live. Their new live show is really good. I went to the Mario Party one, and that one was good, but I like their new one better because it's got more like grumpsiness to it. I think, no, that's usually empty. But after the live tour, Painting Anomaly in the bedroom. After the Game Grumps live tour, a month later, Dan came back with Ninja Sex Party. So it was like such a good 2 months for me. And this was the acoustic tour, so it was the sit-down tour because I'm getting old, I guess, and I want to sit down. So I just got to sit and listen, and we all sang, and it was so good. Seeing Ninja Sex Party live is great. They're coming back, but they're at a venue that I absolutely hate. It's a shitty venue, and it's standing room only. There's something missing from the bed here. It's standing room only, which I can't abide. I love metal music, but I don't get to go to metal concerts often because unless it's like a place I can sit down, I can't anymore. But yeah, the place that they're playing, standing room only, unless you buy VIP. But even when you buy VIP, you can't sit down. You have to pay extra for the chairs. Which is insane, because they're not like, they don't have to put out the chairs for you. They are built in. And even if you do that, this place is notorious for like revoking your VIP for no fucking reason. Like, and it won't even be like, oh, you were doing something at the place. It'll be like you get there and they're like, no, you don't have VIP. And you're like, no, I paid for it. Here's the receipt. And it's like, you don't have VIP. And so you're just like, okay, well, guess I'll go home. Because I can't stand. And they pack that venue. They sell way more tickets for everything than they should because it gets nasty in there. Like, just absolutely sweaty and disgusting and the definition of nasty. But yeah, I don't know. I wish I could go this year, but for just me to go, it would be hundreds of dollars just to be able to sit down and watch the show. I wish they had gone somewhere slightly better. Like somewhere that's just not predatory and bullshit, but the place is run by Live Nation, so there's part of your problem. It's one step down from being run by Ticketmaster. We hate Ticketmaster. We go see, like, whenever we're in New York, we go to Broadway. But whenever Broadway shows come nearby, we like to go, and my wife will be like, we have to go there. We cannot buy these online. Do you think they'll be good? Do you want to go now? Because we hate Ticketmaster that much. Because, oh my god, they sell, like, they upsell everything. Everything is so much more expensive than it has to be. I don't get it. Absolutely do not understand. I'm getting worried because I haven't found anything recently, or it's getting quote-unquote late. What am I missing? Please tell me if you see something. But yeah, I did, I'm going to be back in New York for the Dimension 20 Live with Dropout. And I got those tickets before Ticketmaster decided that the tickets were worth $2,000. That was shady as fuck. Oh, there's something missing right here. Object disappearance in the hallway. That was so shady as hell, because I spent, I think, $100 and something for my tickets, and they're good tickets. Oh, fuck you. I had just, if it had been, like, 2 seconds quicker on that, I wouldn't have gotten the warning. Alright, well, I guess it's 3:52. So at least we're close. But there's 2 more things that I'm missing. But yeah, I'm very excited to go to Madison Square Garden and watch a bunch of nerds watch D&D. Distortion in the kitchen. I must have been missing that missing object in the hallway for a long time, because I'm sure that distortion is what tripped the warning. But yeah, I'm wondering how they'll do it, because if it were me for Dimension 20, the one joke I would definitely pull is at the start, there is writing on the wall in the sauna. At the start, I would have everyone in the Dimensional Dome, and then I would start playing where no one can see, and just have, like, the audio of it, and I feel like it'd be really hilarious to do that for, like, a little bit, and then, like, you know, seconds to a minute at most, and then have the dome, like, rise up. I think that would be cool. I don't know if they could actually do that, but I'm very excited to watch my favorite nerds play D&D, because I am also a professional DM. I run at the Alamo Draft House, which runs Dungeons and Draft House. Little plug if you have a draft house near you. But they, every month, first Sunday of the month, all the Alamo Draft Houses, I believe all of them, do paid D&D games. And they're really fun. They're actually a really good time. And and I've played in some of them before I became a DM. Of course, I was recruited. I'm a forever DM. I played there 3 times, and the head there was like, so do you want to run? And I was like, I do like getting paid, and I do like running. I specifically came here to play, but ended up, you know, becoming a forever DM, even at the place where I paid to play. Oh, distortion and an intruder in the bedroom. Bedroom, intruder, and bedroom distortion. Well, he said I'll knock out 2. But yeah, Alamo Draft House's Dungeons and Draft House is really good if you have one nearby. It's a great time. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a paid performer with Alamo Draft House, because when you fill out your tax forms for everything, there's like things that you can pick for like your quote-unquote job, and I am a paid performer. So that's always fun. But yeah, no, their D&D games are great, and there's a pretty good set of people out there. I used to run Pathfinder Society, which is basically D&D, and that was free. And you got some great people and you got some not great people, but it being paid does kind of weed out some of the folks who want to be jerks at the table, because those kind of people usually get kicked out from paid games because everyone paid to be there. Oh, object movement. Yeah, I saw that out of the corner of my eye and it was terrifying. Object movement. Hopefully this is the one, because I feel my voice just absolutely going out right now. But yeah, love running D&D. I've been running D&D for... God, I started in 2000 and... It was before 5e came out, like well before. So I think it was 2012 that I started running D&D. Object movement in here, jeez, just the spookiest little weird stuff. But at least it's easy to spot. But yeah, 2012 is when I started running D&D. After playing it for a little while, I had one of my usual D&D or usual DMs was like, "Hey, we need DMs. Have you ever run?" And I was like, "No." And he's like, "Don't worry, it's easy." And I'm like, "Is it?" I was so terrified that first time. And I ended up with a table of 7 people. I don't recommend running for 7 people, especially for your first time, because that shit's hard to coordinate. But yeah, so it's been 12 years at this point. And it's a lot of fun. If you can run or play D&D and you haven't, highly recommend it. It's always great. My wife and I have a portrait of our characters that she had commissioned for me for Valentine's Day. My tiefling warlock and her drow cleric, and it's pretty great. I really love it. That was one of the best Valentine's Day gifts I've ever gotten. Oh, the TV's missing. Object disappearance in the living room. But yeah, she got a commission for me, and we recently got it printed out and framed, and it's in our game room where we usually play D&D right now. It's not hung yet because we haven't been able to hang it. We just haven't had time. And we had a guy come over because he was fixing our some of our electrical stuff in our house, and he was like, "So oh god, all right, intruder in the sauna." Intruder. He was like, "So what's this art all about?" And we were like, "Oh, it's our D&D characters." And he lit up because he was like, "Oh, I love D&D. I just started playing." It's always once you get to be in your 30s, I feel like that's when you start like noticing people younger than you a lot. Because like when you're in your 20s, it's college kids and shit. It's not like professionals. So this handyman guy, probably in his 20s, and I was just like, "Oh, he's so excited about D&D. He reminds me of me when I was, just starting out." But yeah, he told us about his campaign and stuff, and it was pretty great. So like, so much what's it called? I can't just excitement, but that's not the word about it, and it's always good to hear. Ghost in the bedroom. Things are popping off like wow. Oh, and it is 5:10. I gotta really lock in. I'm gonna take my coat off because I can do that. That's the thing I can do. All right, where are we going? I feel like I'm doing pretty good. I feel like we're keeping it pretty not slim. What's the word? Pretty. We're keeping it low. We're keeping number of thing low. Number being low is good. But yeah, we're actually playing a like a JRPG style D&D game right now that's like floating islands, and I'm playing a pirate captain / wrestler / politician, and all of those things go together because she is from the island of Leviathan, and that is a place where they wrestle to sort out politics. So she is the leader of the barony of the Celestine Sea, and yeah, it's great that I literally... Oh, door open in study. I literally get to wrestle to affect political change. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's a camera missing. Which camera is missing? Kitchen, study, the hallway is a camera malfunction. I'm so proud of myself for catching that. I knew something was off. Alright. We're locking in. There's 30 minutes? 30 minutes left. Let's fucking go. Alright, I gotta get it this time. It has to happen. It can't not. Absolutely can't. Alright. I'm getting very, very excited. I'm hoping beyond hope that I don't fuck up at the last second again. But I think things have been going well this go. And I've also, I've played this enough now that I'm starting to just see the things that happen. I say that, but like, I can't handle another scare. And that scare being getting to 555 and dying. Oh, god damn it, motherfucker. Alright, that, don't love that. Go. Okay. Oh, it's the grossest intruder again. Yeah, I felt like my heart leapt out of my chest that time because I'm so, like, focused on this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, good. I'm so focused on this, and then that happened. That was, like, the worst time for that to happen. I hate it. I hate it so much. Ugh. I don't know if y'all also shit yourselves, but I certainly did. Trash can. Trash can is always there. Alright. Got 13 minutes. Cheer me on, chat. Oh god, ghost in the living room. Ghost, living room, ghost. Alright. Alright, we got like, what, 40 seconds. We are on the cusp of greatness, and we will not let it slip away from us this time. Alright. Alright. Cool. I know, I can make it. I absolutely can. After being heartbroken so many times. Oh, intruder in the living room. Intruder in the living room. Get out of there. We got 4 minutes. 12 seconds. We're so close. I think we might have it. I'm hearing the clock and it's freaking me out. 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 2 minutes. 1 minute. Yes! I am so delighted. I am so happy. Holy shit, I finally did it. Jesus fucking Christ. That was quite the ordeal. I am so happy that we made it through this time. I think that was like my 7th or 8th go, and I am just so happy right now. You don't even know. I think there's usually 28 anomalies too, so I got all but one. Oh. Well, my heart is about to die now because I got frightened by that one intruder, and I've also had the adrenaline of getting through this whole thing. So, I super duper appreciate y'all joining me. The next stream will be 6:30 Eastern Time on Friday, so in a couple days. I would love to have y'all join me. And if you got friends that want to play I'm on observation duty as well, bring them by. I need the follows because my ego needs to be bigger. But yes, thank you for joining. Don't forget that I am running an Extra Life drive, and if you happen to be able to give, I super duper appreciate it. If not, no worries. But yeah, I'm going to put my coat back on. I'm going to get back on my ship, and I'm going to sail on out of here. So I will catch y'all on the flip side. Thanks for joining. Bye-bye.